It's time to fight under the full moon. We are outside live at Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
It's action.
Rocky Frank True Brit Bruno, a unique and charismatic heavyweight fighting out of England.
Todd, can you spot the reach?
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the ring.
We've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Good counter left hand there. Lands with the right counter. He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance. Because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
That left counter was perfectly timed. He just misses with that jab. They exchange punches. And he fails to score with that left hook. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Good counter punching. Good left counter that lands. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. A round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. On to the second round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter right-handed kick. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers will hit anything and everything. Your head, your ear, your elbow, your rib, your belly button. They are an absolute terror.
Nice counter. Nice counter punch. And parries that left jab away. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. That left hook just missed. Beautiful counter punch. He blocks the jab. There's a counter shot. Nice exchange here from both men. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every...
Bell rings and we start the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching from both these fighters. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long loop. Not many fights can do that.
Nice counter shot with the right hand. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
We've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good round. I like that.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Is not an option for these two. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice job by him to block that jab. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
It has been a back-and-forth contest so far, no doubt about it. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Missing with the hook. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn. And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Missed him with that uppercut. That punch landed. Nice exchange here from both men. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter. Gets out of the way of that left hand. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. He blocks the hook. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
A very competitive round here so far. Parries away the left uppercut. He can't score with that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Looks absolutely exhausted. What are they going to tell him in the corner?
It's so important now in the first minute.
Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change. Another scoring shot there. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You'd like to see more jabs. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
No power in those punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
It's so important now in this first minute of the right that round.
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. He's going to keep his elbows tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots, but come on, that leaves more opportunities for headshots. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He blocks the right uppercut. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Don't give me no free shots. Keep calm. I love that. I love that shot. Great.
And there's the bell for round 9. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. Might want to back out of the pocket here. Look how slow these punches are. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Right hand. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. Not a lot of defense here at all. Either neither man really defending themselves. Big swing and a miss. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Yes, they like that round. Does that feel good? Good man. See it and ride it out. Go out there and finish it. Keep doing what you're doing. The depth up here and we'll start trying it.
And here comes the 10th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? They can change their attitude, they can change their nervous system to a certain amount of punches per round, because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. He blocks the uppercut. He misses with that jab. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not much time left in the round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. This is the 11th. We've entered the championship round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Oh, that punch. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it catches you.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.